Hi there, I'm Eddie. Thanks for practicing yoga with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give my video a thumbs up. Thank you. Good morning and hello, one and all. For those of you that are here in the United States, it's Labor Day weekend. So thank you for practicing and coming on your holiday weekend. It's hard to imagine that we are already here in the beginning of September and the end of the summer season, but alas, here we are. The weather in Los Angeles is going to be a sunny 103 degrees today. I don't know what that equates to in Celsius, but it's really a hot one already early in the morning. We're having a heat wave here. So anyways, I hope you're a little cooler where you are, but we'll have a lovely practice. Maybe instead of inciting the heat in the body a lot, we'll do stuff as we did yesterday. If you happen to be here, that's maybe a little bit more on the cooling side of the spectrum, meaning things that are calming, maybe things that are a little bit slower, a little bit quieter internally, as opposed to really building that internal heat. And that'll produce a sense of balance within us. That being said, my name is Eddie. If I don't know you, thank you for coming and checking out this class. You are so welcome to be here. All of you are welcome. Thank you for returning, those of you that are coming back. And let's have a great class. As always, go at your own pace. So if you have injuries, if you have anything you're watching out for, go at your own pace. You're not competing with anybody. Nobody can see you. No one's looking inside the little thumbnail. And so just do what you need to do to take care of yourself, enjoy yourself, have a really good time. So this morning I woke up and it was just the best feeling, which is really nice. When you just wake up with that feeling, you feel so good. That's how I felt this morning. My eyes popped open. I felt so good. And I had this thought. Have you ever heard that expression, live your best self? It was just so clear in my mind today. I'm going to live my best self. I'm going to live my best self today. It was so powerful. And I thought that's going to be the theme in our yoga class today, living your best self. And I encourage all of you, I invite all of you to live your best self today and let yoga be part of that process. But what the next thought that came into my head, and this is what I really wanted to share with you, I said, I'm going to live my best self. But your best self is not something that you achieve. Your best self is something that you allow. And there's a big difference between that. Your best self is not something that you achieve. It's something that you allow. Your happiness is not something that you achieve. It's something you allow. Your peace is not something that you achieve. It's something that you allow. Your prosperity is not something that you achieve. It's something that you allow, and on and on and on and on and on. And the difference between that is that your best self, your happiest self, your most peaceful self, your most accomplished self, your most prosperous self, it already exists. It is the inner part of who you are. It cannot be diminished. It cannot be added to. It is already complete there within you, waiting to be recognized. If you think you have to achieve something in that notion, you are separate from it. If I have to achieve it, then it's out there and I'm over here. And the more I focus on the fact that I'm over here and it's over there, the more separation I feel and the more unhappiness that I feel. When I come to understand and know that it is alive and awake inside of me right now, it is my inner being, it is my soul, it is my highest self, it is my highest good. It is there right now waiting for me to turn my attention to it, and then I can allow it to start to flow. And then I realize it was there all the time. Right? Just like the sun is always there, or the blue sky is always there behind the clouds. Just because you're having a cloudy day doesn't mean that there's not a sun in the sky. It just means it's not penetrating through the clouds. It's there, right? It's there. It's just not penetrating through the clouds. Our only job is to release the clouds and allow your best self to come forward. This is our chance right now, okay? You're not achieving it. You are allowing it. You are allowing what is innate and natural and who you are, hands together at your heart. I could keep saying it all day and I'll probably say it throughout the rest of the class, but let's do the practice right now. Rub your hands together. Yoga is not something that you achieve. Yoga is just the process of subtraction. It's the process of allowing. It's the process of releasing what's in the way so that you can experience what already is. Hands at your heart. Inhale deeply. Hold it. Today I am living my best self. I'm allowing my best self. Exhale your breath out. Inhale deeply. Hold it. Today I am allowing my innate wisdom, my innate happiness, my innate peace, my innate joy. Exhale your breath out. Inhale. Hold it. Today my objective is to be in a state of allowing. Exhale. All right, let's chant our best Om. It's inside you. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale. Om. Again, inhale. Om. One more, inhale. Om. All right, my happy yogis, take a breath in and out. Open your eyes up and come on to your hands and your knees. Ah, gosh. I just had this memory. When I was a little kid, we used to go to church and do Sunday school and whatnot. And there was this little song that we'd sing. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Does anyone know that song? My cousin Christy is in this call. She was in Sunday school with me. She knows it. If you're happy and you know it, go to child's pose. Inhale, lift your chin and chest. Exhale, round yourself back. It's a nice little song. Inhale, come forward. If you're happy and you know it, your face will surely show it. Exhale, round and go back. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Here we go. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, round yourself all the way back. Inhale, come forward. Now, if this was too much in your shoulders, I know some people are watching out for their shoulders, then you could just stay on your hands and knees. You don't have to do child's pose. Inhale, come forward. If you can take your first downward dog, turn your toes into the ground and push them back. Otherwise, stay in cat-cow on your hands and your knees. Take a couple deep breaths. We could say if you're peaceful and you know it. Clap your hands. Stomp your feet, blink your eyes. You have to do all these little different movements, right? If you're happy and you know it, if you're peaceful and you know it, if you're well and you know it, if you're abundant and you know it, if you're aligned and you know it. Take one more. Your face will surely show it. Inhale, come on all the way down. Lift your chest up. Very good. Roll yourself back into that child's pose. Stay down low. Take your upper body, walk it over to the right side. I had no idea that this class was going to start out with a Sunday school song. That was not the intention, but whatever comes through, comes through. Take one more. And then slowly let's go to the other side. Walk out to the left. So you're getting that good, nice stretch to the side of your body. Following that breath, yeah? Slowly come on all the way back forward. Rock to your hands and your knees. Come through downward facing dog. Walk your hands back to the back end of your mat. You'll be standing in your forward bend. We'll take our moment to get there. Maybe bend your knees a little bit. I'm going to put my hands on the shins or on the floor if you're feeling very flexible. Inhale, open your spine halfway. Exhale, fold. Sweep your arms out. Come on all the way up. Exhale, hands at your heart. So we're at the back of our mat. We're going to do some sun salutations. Inhale, your arms, your chest, your heart, your head. Look up. Exhale, big folding down. Look forward. Now let's say you're unhappy and you know it. Exhale. Definitely do not clap your hands. Sweep your arms out. Come on, all the way up. Instead, do your best to connect to your breathing. Inhale. Let your breath penetrate your mind. Exhale. Look forward. Exhale, fold. Follow that breath. We're going to do one more round. Inhale, sweep up. Just like really give yourself to the moment. Exhale, not to the past, not to the future. Give yourself to the moment. Here we go. Inhale. This is the last one. Exhale, fold forward. Open. Inhale. Exhale, fold down into your legs. Now, you can find any variation. You could take your hands around your elbows. You could put your hands around your ankles or your heels. You could put your hands flat on the floor. You could interlace your hands behind your back. Many options. Find something that's good. For about the next 30 seconds, 45 seconds, we're going to hang out here. I often say to people in a pose, notice what you're feeling. But I'm not talking about emotional feelings, unless it's very easy to access good, positive emotional feelings. What I mean is, what is the sensation of your body in the present moment? What is the feeling of a muscle stretching? What is the feeling of breath flowing? What is the feeling of energy tingling? What does the present moment feel like? Not emotionally, but physically, energetically. What does the present moment feel like? Take one more. Sweep your arms out. Come on all the way up. So as we identify with that very real-time present moment sensation, we shift our attention away from things that might be disturbing us. Okay? And if you're already living your best self, well then kudos to you. Join me and let's keep doing it. Let's keep feeling good. Let's take a big giant step forward with the right foot. Take the left foot back. We're going to start with a couple of standing poses here. We're just going to take things kind of, again, not really sun salutation oriented today, just kind of more gentle movement, some nice deep stretching. So my hands are at my heart. My back foot is flat on the ground. Front knee is bent. Inhale, arms sweep out, lift up. Now some of us are going to want to do a back bend. That would make it a little bit more juicy. Exhale. Let's do it again. Inhale all the way up. Oh yeah. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, bring it down. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's go one more time. Inhale, take it all the way up. Now hold it in this warrior one. So what position would you like? Do you want to be down really low and really burning that leg? Perfect. You want to be a little straighter? Perfect. You want to add back bend? You want your hands at your heart? What do you want? Have it your way, right? Take a nice deep breath in. Perfect. Exhale. I want to bring those hands down through the heart. Put my hands on the floor. Turn my back toe in so I'm in a lunge and come on up into a twist. Now, if you want deeper variations, you want prayer twist, you want bound twist, something like that, go for it. I'm holding this high lunge. Maybe I'm going to extend my arm over my ear. That would be one option. Maybe you're going to put your hand back on your right hip if your shoulder is a little irritated. Many options. All right. If you're happy and you know it, do your twist. Take your breath. One more. Place your hands down onto the floor. Now step yourself back. So you've got a choice. You could be on your knees. You could be in down dog. You could come through the vinyasa, the push-up cycle. Again, if it's 100 plus where you are and you want to be more chill, don't do the push-ups today. It's all good. Downward facing dog, we walk our hands back to our feet. We open ourselves. Folding down. Arms out. Chest come all the way up. Let's release our hands down. We're going to bring them together at our heart. Now it'll be our left foot, taking it all the way forward, taking your right foot. Notice I just kind of adjust it a little bit. I get it back further. I want to make sure that back foot is turned in a little bit. I have my stability. I have my balance. Hands together at your heart. And inhale, arms come up. I'm going to move a little bit forward. Exhale, hands come down and around. Perfect way to deepen your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Some of us are adding a back bend on the top. Let's do it if you want. Inhale, come on all the way up. Oh, exhale. One more inhale. Good. Exhale, take it down. Now find a place where you're going to hold for a couple of breaths. Arms are up, arms are hands at the heart, back bend, whatever. One more inhale. Exhale, touch down, pivot on your back toes. Take your left hand, lift it up to the ceiling for a little bit of a twist. Maybe your arm comes over your ear. Now we're coming out of this differently. Listen up. Put your left hand down on the floor. Take your right foot, step it all the way forward. Open yourself halfway and fold down into your legs. Sweep your arms out. Bring yourself all the way up to stand and release your hands down. I'd like you to take your legs and step them together. Feet are together. Shoulders are relaxing. Just close your eyes for one moment. Start to notice if you're feeling that process of subtraction. Start to notice if you're feeling that process of elimination, meaning anything that was sitting in the way of your well-being flowing or your best self coming forward. The blockage is starting to release. The hole in the dam is starting to rupture, and the water is beginning to flow through the block. Okay? So if it's not there yet, have no fear. We're not done. In fact, we're never done. Hands together at your heart. There's always tomorrow. Inhale, take your hands, reach them up above you. Exhale, sit down. Good. So I'm in chair pose here. My hands could be at my heart. My legs are touching. My butt is low. Maybe the hands are up. I want to do a prayer twist. It'll look like this. I'm going to bring my hands down at my heart. I'm going to twist my left elbow over to the outside of the right knee and rotate the spine. Okay, if that was too much, put your hands on your knees and just turn and kind of look over towards the right. But if you can do it, prayer twist it. Inhale, come on all the way up. Exhale down, go to the second side. You see, yoga is not saying become perfect, become totally flexible, have 1 million Instagram followers because you can tie yourself in a yoga pretzel and stand on your head at the same time, and then you're worthwhile. Yoga is saying wherever you are right now, release whatever is standing in the way and you will experience the highest, best self that you are. One more. It's accessible to everybody. Inhale all the way up. You could be in a wheelchair. You could be old. You could be young. Everyone has access to that best self, enlightened self, happiest self, peaceful self. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up above you. Exhale, fold it forward. Now, stay with me. Inhale, open. This time you're going to keep your right foot forward. We are going to take the left foot back. So in our first round, what we did was a warrior one. Now we're going to do a high lunge. Can you see the difference? The difference is in my back foot. So my back foot is on the toes now versus when we had spun the back foot out. So that's a good starting point. I want you to put your right hand on your right hip, take your left hand, reach it over towards the right wall, one of my absolute favorite stretches. Opening the left side, sinking in a little bit lower, maybe tuck my tail under and reach. Good. Now I'm going to extend my arms, left arm forward, right arm is back. Yeah? And if I can, I want to put my right hand on my right hip, or I want to put my right hand on my left thigh, which is even a little bit deeper. Right hand on right hip or left thigh. Left arm comes up. Start to reach it back. This is just a wonderful, really, really engaged, really dynamic twist, lateral stretch, lunge. Now, if we can prayer twist, left elbow is going to come down to the outside of the right knee, palm in palm. If you cannot do that, put your left hand down on the ground and repeat the twist from earlier. And it would be just as good. Either one, okay? 2 more breaths. And let's put our hand down on the ground. This time we are going to step back. Right foot is going to come back. You're in down dog. You're on your hands and your knees. You're going through a push-up cycle, whatever you choose. All right. We got to get to side 2. So I want you to just look forward. It's this left foot. I'm going to try and get it right up between the hands. However you need to get there is absolutely fine. So I'm going to stay on the toes of my right foot. Hands are going to come up nice and high. Sinking down. Yeah. Left hand on the left hip. Right hand is going to walk over towards the left side of your room, or if you're outside, towards the left. Right hand goes over to the left. Sink it down. Now take the right arm forward. Start to stretch the left arm back. So you're twisting here. It's going to just go left hand on the left hip, or left hand swings around and grabs the outside of the straight right leg. Right arm comes up. Turn. Look back. If you can't look back, look forward. And slowly elbow outside the knee. Now that's going to be a little bit more challenging. Maybe the right hand is on the ground and you're twisting a little bit more simply. Remember, it's not in the achieving of a pose, it's in allowing the energy to flow that we get the benefit. It doesn't come from ringing a bell. You have perfected the posture. You are worthy. Take a deep breath in. That's not how the practice works. Touch down. Take your back foot, step it to the front. Open halfway. Exhale down. Sweep out. Come on up. It starts with the assumption you are worthy. You are perfect. You're worthy right now. In the midst of your problems, in the midst of chaos, in the midst of trying to homeschool your children, you are worthy. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Starts with that assumption. You don't have to achieve something first. I just have to allow that innate well-being, that innate goodness, that innate wisdom, that innate peace, that innate capability to flow forward. So good, right? Don't you feel great? If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Okay. Next time it's if you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. Then I think you have to blink your eyes, maybe wiggle your butt. There's many different variations. Release your hands down. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Let's move on, folks. Inhale, take your arms, reach them all the way up above you. Exhale, I want you to fold forward and down. Now hold on for just a moment. Look to the front. Fold back down into those legs. We're going to take another little forward bend here. Just cool off for a moment in the forward bend. Two options, or three options, whatever. Elbows, hands around the ankles or calves, or if you're feeling open in your shoulders, and this is only if you're feeling really good in your shoulders, interlace your hands behind your back. Lift those arms up off your back and really fold deeply into it, relaxing the head. Very good. Two more deep breaths, please. And one more. Perfect. Let's release our hands down. Look forward. Keep your right foot where it is. Take your left foot, reach it back. Now, Friday, Saturday, and now Sunday of this week, we're going to do this next sequence. I think it's good to do it a couple days in a row. If you haven't been here, it'll be your first time. Spin your left foot flat, stand yourself up, prepare for triangle. Notice the basic alignment. The right foot is pointing straight forward. The left foot is turning in just a little bit. I might crack my knee. I might stand my block up behind my calf. Okay? Arms out, shift, bring your hand down. Maybe your hand sits on your block. Maybe you bend your knee deeper if you're feeling tight. Maybe your hand's on your shin. You got it, right? You understand. Top arm, of course, it could be back, it could be on your hip, it could be up over your ear. You might ask, why do you give so many options? Because there's no right. If there's no right, then there's infinite options. There's only what feels good. What's good is right. Okay, so the next posture in the sequence would be Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. That left hand's going to come onto my left hip. Now I have a block, so maybe I'll use it. I'm going to bend my front knee, slide my block forward, maybe 12, 16 inches in front of my right baby toe, and lean forward, lifting my left leg. Let's say you don't have a block. Bend your knee, put your fingers on the ground. Maybe put both hands on the ground if you can't balance. Stay in triangle pose if you can't balance. Taking your left hand up if you can, and just hold it. Now, Friday we did a variation called Chapasana where we caught the ankle and kicks back into a bow. That's an option for some of you that are more advanced. I hope you weren't watching me. I did not give the best demonstration of it, but it's okay. Nobody's perfect. All right, I'm living my best self, even if I mess up my demo. Exhale slowly. I'm going to touch down, step back, step back. Maybe I'm going to come forward and do my push-up if I choose. How about the second side? Take your left foot, please. Step it forward between your hands. Now I'm going to set up, spinning my back foot flat. I'll get my little block right next to my calf. Left foot is directly open. Arms are out to the side, and I shift, and left hand on the block or on the shin, top arm up or back or over your ear. Have a nice, strong intention. I want to be in alignment with my best self, whatever that means. Your peaceful self, your happy self, your confident self. your strong self, your empowered self. I want to be in alignment with that. I want to breathe my way right into alignment with that. I want to clear my mind right into alignment with that. Go ahead and slowly release down, knowing that I don't have to achieve it. I only have to get out of the way and allow it. It's already there. Let's come forward. Right hand up. Some of you may say, well, if you have to breathe to get there, then you're achieving it. No, because you're not starting with the notion of separation. You're starting with the notion of this is who I essentially am. So I can't achieve it because I already have it. How can you achieve what you already have? If you have to achieve it, it's outside of you, you're separate from it. Take one more. So the work that we're doing is only in the name of allowing. Take one more. It's not in the name of getting, it's in the name of allowing what already is. Exhale, slowly step back. A little bit philosophical, but worth pondering. Come forward, lower. Take your little back bend. Come on back. Have a moment in child's pose. If you're happy and you know it, take child's pose. But if you're happy and you know it and you want to take downward dog and do 10 more push-ups, well, that's how you should express your happiness. I'm going to take child's for a moment. Try and let my body just acclimate again to the heat, kind of adjusting, trying not to inflame or aggravate anything, but let it all calm down. Good. All right. Let's move from our downward facing dog, coming forward. I'm going to take one more little forward bend sequence in this. So we're going to go to downward facing dog. Let's walk our hands back to our feet for a moment. Open yourself halfway. Fold it down to your legs. Take your arms out. Come on up. I'm going to turn and face you. Hands are going to come down. Okay? Sorry, my shirt feels very sticky on me. Take a nice deep breath. I keep adjusting it. Anyways, shoulders relax. I love the unedited aspect of these classes. It's not like getting some yoga DVD where everything is so scripted and so perfect. I like the lo-fi quality. I like the reality of it. Open your eyes up. Very good. Legs are touching one another. Okay, let's start with a tree pose first. That'll be our balance today. Just keep it nice and simple. So if you take your right leg, turn the knee out, stand up on your big toe. Maybe your heel is up your calf, or maybe it's coming all the way up to your inner thigh, something like that. Find a focal point, something that you can look at that's not moving. Your body will be moving very slightly or very greatly, but your eyes are going to fix to a point. I'm going to take my hands up. If you can get there, take your hands up. I'll give you more variations as we go. Keep your eyes on that point for a moment. Those of you that want even more, start taking your arms out wide like the letter V. And then here it's going to get a little tricky. Start to look up. You can start to look kind of at the top of the wall if you're inside, or at a tree branch. You can start to look up to the ceiling above you. Wobbly balance, but you might be able to do it. Keep your eyes fixed and hands down. Let's go to the second side, yeah? I'm going to take that left leg, turn it out, heel up. Maybe you're going to pull your foot up. Maybe you're going to pull your foot up to your inner thigh. Maybe you're going to fall. Hands at your heart. Once again, I want you to find that focal point, something that you can look at. Inhale your hands up above you. That's not mandatory, so if you need your arms down for stability, do it. Breathe. Try taking your arms open to the wide, like the letter V. And I'm going to look up to the top of the wall in front of me. And if I can look up more, I'm going to look up to the ceiling, kind of right above me. And hands down. Very good. Shake your feet out just a little bit. If you're happy and you know it, shake your feet. All right. If you're happy and you know it, your face will surely show it. Take your legs, open them out to the side. So this will be our last one from standing. We're going to go nice wide legs. Hands are going to start on my hips. If you want to check me out for just a moment, go ahead. In fact, you know what? I'll do it from the side just so you can kind of see. I'll be a little more slippery on the wood. So I'm going to go with wide legs, folding forward, and I'm going to walk my hands as far forward as they'll go. I'm not going to walk into downward dog, though. I want to pull my butt back. A great option if you have blocks is you get those blocks, and then you can even get your arms further forward. Look at that gorgeous pose. Hips back. This will be more intense in your shoulders for those of you watching out. You know, if you're ever going to be doing a class and and you're watching out for a little injury and you want me to be aware of it, just send me a message before class. Text me or send me a message. Beat me 911. Call me on my cell phone. Take one more breath. Inhale, sweep your arms out. Come on all the way up. Okay, really good. Yes. Let's finish it with a twist. So keep your legs wide. Here you are. Here you are. Maybe a little crack in your knees if you're feeling tighter. Right hand can come down directly under your face, or it can come down all the way over towards your left foot, whatever you like. I'm going to keep it gentle. Hand comes up. Maybe rotate your arm back. Let's go to the other side. Good. All right. So nice. Inhale. Bring yourself up. Get to the top of your mat. Now, let's stretch out our feet just a little bit. So this is how you're going to do it. You're going to start with your feet touching one another. By the way, if anyone has like arthritis in their toes, or this just is too intense in your toes, then you might just do a regular squat. But what I'm going to try and do is a squat like this, where I'm standing up. Can you see my feet? I'm standing way, way up on my toes. Now this is really good. It's going to stretch out the soles of your feet. It's going to stretch out your toes, but at the same time, it's a little bit intense in the toes. Okay, so maybe you're here. Maybe you've got one hand up at your heart. Maybe you want to try two hands at your heart. Okay, start with that for just a moment. Good, and then slowly, you're going to release that. I want you to walk back, and put your heels down on the ground. Now notice, I'm using my hands for support at this point. My tuchus is off the ground. You see me wiggling it? So I'm not touching the floor with my buns. If someone is feeling like, oh, this is just too much, take a block and sit on a block. You could even turn the block up higher. That would be fine. Okay, but your butt stays off the ground for this next sequence. So I'm going to take the left hand back behind me, fingers pointing back. Still, my butt is off the ground. Right elbow outside my left knee. Another option might include sitting down, crossing your legs, and doing a simple twist. Now, some of you may want to come into a side crow. If you know what that is, you're welcome to do it. And then I'm going to come back through the center, still trying to keep my butt off the ground. Right hand is going to go back. Left elbow outside the right knee. Rotation. Very good. Taking one more. And slowly go ahead. Put your buns down on the ground, folks. Bring the soles of your feet together, but we're going to do something a little different. So notice how I've got my feet together here. I'm going to actually pick up my butt and scoot back. So what I'm trying to do is open up the diamond shape of my legs, and then I'm going to start in a very passive way. So think of this more as a relaxation than as a deep kind of pulling type stretch. This is more just, I want you to fold in. I want you to be as passive as you can be. If you want to reach back and kind of pull the flesh out so you're really forward on your bones, sitting bones, that's good. And we're going to take about 30 seconds or so, just mellow. As you're going through here, you may notice thoughts in your mind. Thoughts are not the enemy, contrary to what some people may think in regards to yoga. Thoughts are not your enemy. There are many thoughts that you could think that really accentuate your allowing. If you're having the thought, oh, I feel so good, I'm so excited about today, I feel good things coming my way. Let's say that's your thought. Perfect, great. Don't censor it. However, if your thought is, I'm lame, I suck, man, I can't do this, nothing's working out, then you may want to try and shift your focus more to your breath, neutralizing your thoughts, soothing the thoughts, going more to an empty, neutral mind. Inhale, come on all the way back up. All we're going to do is take our feet, walk them back about 6 to 12 inches, and now it becomes a totally different posture. So you've got two options. One, you can wrap those feet. Look how my elbows, I've got them in front of my shin. Or you could hold on to your ankles and push down through your inner kind of thighs and get more of that stretch there, opening up the butterfly wings. Either one is fine. So either spreading your knees wider or trying to lengthen your spine more. Let's take 3 more. And last one, lengthen it out. Inhale, bring yourself all the way up. Yeah. Let's take your left foot, stretch it out forward in front of you. Right knee is going to just drop down out to the side. Now we're going to do a couple different things. We're going to start with our basic forward bend here. You can see right knee is bent out to the right, left leg is straight. I can bend my knee, take the hands up, exhale, fold forward. If you catch the foot, good for you. If you don't catch the foot, use a strap, put your hands on the floor. The whole notion of yoga is one of union. The word yoga itself
means union, union of all the aspects of ourselves, our infinite self, our individual self, our mind, our breath. Let's take three more here. Union with the source energy, the foundational energy of all things. One more. Inhale, come on all the way up. If we really had that awareness, I'm one with all things, I'm united with every particle of creation. Take your hands up. If we really understood that, there would be nothing to achieve. Once you understand your unity, your oneness with all, what could you ever achieve? You could only allow different streams to flow through you. But of course, it's the nature of being a human being and being an individualized consciousness that we see ourselves as separate. That's okay. It's our journey. From separation consciousness to unity consciousness. It comes and goes. A couple more. This is good. Inhale, slowly bring yourself all the way back up. Nice deep forward bends. Let's bend our knees, put our feet on the ground. So this is going to be just a little bit of counter pose for all of that forward bending. A lot of you know it. Again, be careful in the shoulders with this one. Take your hands back behind you. Recline just a little bit so you see how I'm bending my elbows back. And then I'm going to pick up my breastbone. And from here, we're going to lift those hips up. And breathe. Very, very good. Taking one more. Exhale, slowly come on down. Now I got another variation for you. Take your left leg straight. Take your right ankle, cross it over your left knee. For my friends who have some hip issues going on, hip replacements, very tight hips, you may prefer to be on your back instead of doing this. You'll do a pigeon on your back. Otherwise, from where I am, I'm going to bend the left knee. I'm going to scoot my hip forward a little bit. Now you can still see there's maybe 6 or 8 inches between my sitting bone and the back of my heel. I'm going to take my fingers and turn them back if I can. Lift the chest. Again, even if this movement bothers your shoulders, come onto your back. Do pigeon on your back. Okay, so I've got a nice basic seated hip opener here. I'm going to walk forward with my hands even more, pick my breastbone up. You can really observe your home pedicure or lack thereof, then you're pretty deep in the pose. Take one more breath. This is good. Let's go to the second side. Take your left leg across. Bend your right knee. There's no point in trying to pretend that you're something you're not. So if today you're not feeling like you're living your best self, you don't have to pretend that you are. You know, you don't have to clap your hands if you're not happy and you don't know it. You don't have to clap your hands. It's okay. But you could at least make the decision, you know what, I'm not going to indulge in the part of myself that doesn't feel good. Instead, what I'll work towards is neutralization. I'll work towards connecting with my breath and just neutralizing some of the negative voices. I'll go back to the sensation of the moment. Take one more. And that's perfect too. That's your journey. That actually is allowing.
That is a state of allowing your best self to start to come into alignment. My friends who love headstands, this would be your moment to shine. For those of us who are not going to do a headstand, I'm going to roll back. I always start with the rock on my spine, rocking back and forth. If you do not like that, just wait on your back or get right up into your shoulder stand. Okay, I'm going to roll back. Support my back. Legs are up to the ceiling. Now, though this pose is called shoulder stand, you'll find it a lot safer, particularly if you're newer. If your objective is not to get all the way up onto the top of your shoulders, but really have more of the weight in the back of your arms. And that's just going to take the kind of stress point off your neck. It's more the back of your arms that's doing the brunt of the work. So I've got a little bend at my waist, right? I'm not trying to be ramrod straight. I've got just a little bend at my waist. Mm. Mm. Let's take about 3 more. If you happen to be in headstand, start to make your way down. Come onto your back if you're ready. I'm going to pull my knees into my forehead. If you want to go to plow pose, of course, feet drop down over your head towards the ground behind you. If you don't want to go to plow pose, then you're going to slowly make your way all the way down. Eventually, we will all meet on our backs with our knees into our body. Everyone on your back, knees into your body. Stretch your legs up to the ceiling. For those of us that are tighter in the back of our legs, you will be doing this with a bent knee. It doesn't matter how much bend you have in your knee, but do try and get your thigh bones, right, perpendicular to the ground. Thigh bones are straight up and down, even if your knees are bent more towards tabletop, okay? So you got that. I'm going to slip my hands right under my seat. Okay, bend the knees as much as you need to protect your back. Start to point your toes and begin to take your legs down about a quarter of the way from the top. This is going to be an intense little hold, and breathe. The intensity, the connection point is right at the navel. Feel like your legs are coming right into the navel, and then you're spiking everything down into the ground. Just really driving a spike into the ground, right through your belly button. Now come down to about halfway. Bend your knees, people, if you need to. Bend them a little or a lot. Take your legs down about 3/4 of the way. You could bend your knees. You could bend one knee all the way. That would lighten things. Try and take your legs down to about maybe 6 inches off the ground. Squeeze the belly down. Point your toes. So get your belly as long, your body as long as it can be, but as tight as it can be. Let your heels drop to the floor. Arch up through your chest. Watch out for your shoulders in this one. Fish pose. Arch up through your chest. Drop your head back. Perfect. Come on down all the way onto your back. My friends, it is time to wrap this show up. Bridge pose or wheel pose. You might want to start in bridge, hips going up, hands interlacing beneath the body, opening that breastbone, lifting those hips high. When you're living your best self, it doesn't matter if you can't do something. It doesn't matter if you have an injury. It doesn't matter if you have an ache or a pain. It doesn't mean you push through it. It means that it's not defining who you are. There's a big difference.
When you're living your best self, your challenges don't define you. One more. Inhale and exhale. Come on, all the way down. If you did wheel pose, kudos to you. If you didn't and you want to throw it in, be my guest. Let's do our twist on our back. Take the twist of choice. Do you want to cross your right thigh over your left thigh and then drop your knees down to the left? Maybe. Do you want to do single leg? Do you want to do both knees bent together? Oh. Good. Come on back through the center. Go to the same variation on the second side if you can do it. Cross your left thigh over your right, drop it down. Or single leg or both knees bent together, whatever you like. Alrighty, come on back through the center. Pull your knees in, and I am going to ask you sincerely to stay for the next 3 to 4 minutes of Shavasana. I want you to have that rest. I want you to let the cake bake. I want you to let all of the external work subside now. Body rest and relax, legs straight away, palms facing up. And let your inner intelligence feel it. Feel your inner intelligence now moving through your body and knitting the energy together. Almost like there's a hologram within you forming. Same shape as your body, but it's entirely comprised of light. And you feel it. It's vibrating. It's radiating. All right, everybody, slowly start to come back to life. If you're happy and you know it, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, draw your knees in, bring yourself up to sitting. Hands together at your heart. Once you're up, we did a fabulous job today. Feel yourself in that state of allowing.
Let's finish with a nice, beautiful Om. Take a breath in. Om. Rub your hands together, make them nice and warm, take them down over you. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up.